Welcome to Charles Travels, where we meander through the hidden corners of America and uncover the stories that make our country so richly textured. I'm your host, Charles, and I'm delighted to share another tale of adventure, curiosity, and connection with you today. As we embark on this journey, let's find ourselves in the vibrant city of London, where the art scene is always abuzz with creativity and innovation. Today, we're going to talk about a show that embodies the spirit of playful rebellion and unapologetic fun, Sabrage, a cabaret extravaganza that will leave you breathless and grinning from ear to ear. Imagine a world where circus skills meet comedy, lip-syncing, and song, all wrapped up in a package of sultry stylings and good old-fashioned naughtiness. That's what Sabrage promises, and from what I've heard, it delivers. This slick production is the brainchild of Scott Maidment, who's worked with the likes of Madonna, and it features a talented ensemble of performers who will stop at nothing to entertain. As we delve into the world of Sabrage, you'll encounter a sexy Frenchman performing piaf tracks with his unique talents, and a bendy American whose physical comedy will have you in stitches. You'll witness death-defying feats of juggling, trapeze artistry that will leave you gasping, and even an audience member or two who'll be coaxed into participating in the fun. But Sabrage is more than just a series of daring performances. It's an immersive experience that will transport you to a world of unbridled joy and abandon. You'll be squirted with water, showered with feathers, and maybe even treated to a glass of champagne poured by an airborne acrobat. It's a show that will push the boundaries of what you thought was possible in the world of cabaret, and it's an absolute riot. As we explore the world of Sabrage, I'm reminded of the power of live performance to bring people together and create a sense of community. In an age where so much of our entertainment is digital, it's refreshing to see a show that celebrates the beauty of human connection and the thrill of the unknown. So if you're looking for a night out that will leave you feeling energized, inspired, and maybe even a little bit naughty, then Sabrage might just be the ticket. And who knows? You might even discover a new side of yourself in the process. We'll be right back with more fascinating travel adventures on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we continue our journey across America, I want to take you to a place where the fabric of community is being tested by the challenges of funding and resource allocation. Today, we're going to explore how the Trump administration's decision to cancel tens of billions of dollars in grants is affecting local health efforts. Imagine a small town nestled in the heart of rural America, where the local health department has been working tirelessly to combat infectious disease outbreaks and provide support for substance use disorder programs. The dedicated professionals who work there are the unsung heroes of our time, often going above and beyond to care for their neighbors and friends. But now, with the sudden cancellation of federal funding, these departments are facing an unprecedented crisis. As I've traveled across this great country, I've seen firsthand the devastating impact of funding cuts on local health initiatives. From the rural clinics that provide vital services to underserved communities, to the community programs that offer support and guidance to those struggling with addiction, every dollar counts. And yet, despite the clear need for these services, the Trump administration's decision has left many state and local officials scrambling to make ends meet. I spoke with one local health official who shared with me the heartbreaking story of how their department is being forced to reduce staff and cut back on essential programs. We're not just talking about numbers and budgets, she said. We're talking about people's lives. The people we serve are our friends, our family members, and our neighbors. And now, because of this funding decision, we're having to make impossible choices about who to help and who to turn away. As I listened to her words, I couldn't help but think about the dignity of ordinary work and the beauty of everyday life. These local health professionals are not just bureaucrats or administrators. They are the embodiment of compassion and care in their communities. And yet, despite their dedication and hard work, they are being forced to navigate a system that seems designed to undermine their efforts. As we reflect on this story, I'm reminded of the importance of tradition and the value of taking the back roads. In an era where so much attention is focused on the latest headlines and breaking news, It's easy to overlook the quiet struggles of small-town America. But it's precisely in these moments when the spotlight is shining elsewhere that we need to pay attention to the stories of ordinary people doing extraordinary things. The changing face of rural America is a complex and multifaceted phenomenon, full of challenges and opportunities. As we move forward, it's essential that we recognize the wisdom found in small towns and the power of individual stories to shape our understanding of the world. By listening to the voices of those on the ground, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the connection between people and place, and the ways in which our environment shapes us. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we wrap up today's journey across America, I'd like to take a moment to pay tribute to a man who dedicated his life to storytelling and broadcasting. Paul Barnes, a beloved radio and TV presenter, passed away at the age of 85, leaving behind a legacy of memorable shows and a treasure trove of stories. As I sit here reflecting on Paul's remarkable career, I'm reminded of the power of radio and television to bring people together and share experiences that transcend time and place. From his early days in a photographic shop to his decades-long career in broadcasting, Paul Barnes lived a life filled with passion, creativity, and a love for storytelling. I can almost hear the warm, gentle tone of his voice as he presented shows like The Late Paul Barnes on BBC Radio Norfolk, sharing his enthusiasm for music, particularly jazz, with listeners from all walks of life. His colleagues and friends remember him fondly, describing him as a perfectionist who loved life and was always eager to share his knowledge and expertise with others. As I travel across this great country, I'm constantly reminded of the importance of preserving our cultural heritage and celebrating the lives of those who have made significant contributions to our collective story. Paul Barnes may be gone, but his legacy lives on through the countless lives he touched and the stories he shared with us all. So as we bid farewell to another episode of Charles Travels, I'd like to say thank you to Paul Barnes for inspiring us with his love of storytelling and his dedication to his craft. And to our listeners, I encourage you to keep exploring, keep discovering, and always remember the power of stories to connect us all. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on traveling.